Hello everybody, Mr. 901 Tommy Jacks coming to you with a new Looney Tunes World of Mayhem video. We've got a brand new event, the Space Regional event, where you can farm all of your Space Toons. We're going to take a look at the blog post, and then we're going to shoot over to the event, show you who I think the best Toons are to farm, and then, as a little bonus, we're going to spin the evil mask wheel. So without further ado, let's head over to the blog post. All right, so here we are over at the blog post for the Regional Space event. Join the Regional Space Toons for some out-of-this-world exploration, and off we go! All right, so we've got a 3-day event. The featured Toons, pretty easy. All Space Toons. Minimum player level 30. Bring featured Toons into exciting Space Out campaign. Solo tournaments, win great prizes, complete limited time quests to earn nifty. This is the thing, they love that nifty word. Campaign highlights, type of Toons required, featured events, so space. Bring your Space Toons to the Spaced Out campaign to obtain UFOs. There's our magic MacGuffin. UFOs can be exchanged in the featured store for Space Toon pieces, Space Tune-Up materials, and more. Note, there will be 3 event wheel drop guaranteed Space Toons to help. Look at that, 3 event wheels drop. There will be fix your grammar. Anyway, so there's going to be 3 wheels to get you Space Toon pieces to help rank up all your Space Toons. The limited time quests are going to be in the quest tabs, and you're going to earn golden tickets, UFOs, hunting rifles, gems, energy, atoms for Space Toons, and more. Limited time quests will be available throughout the entirety of the event, and we'll show you what those look like. And then you've got solo tournament highlights, which are basically your milestones, where you can earn Crest of Mayhem, golden tickets, evaporators of all rarities, gold, and more. In the milestones, you obtain golden tickets, gems, evaporators of all rarities, XP pots, and gold. So there we go. This is going to be super similar to what we've seen before in the regional events, like the Farm, Forest, Summit, Avalone. It should be very, very similar to that. All right, guys, here we are over at Looney Tunes World of Mayhem, the main screen here. You go to the event campaigns right here, and we see it right here. X marks the spot, if you will. Spacing Out. So essentially, this is going to be very similar to the events that we saw for the Summit, for Avalone, for the Forest events, where this first one, you can pretty much take any Toon in. You can complete it. You collect UFOs. That's the magic MacGuffin of this event that you use to cash into the store. And then from there, you have an assortment of different Toons, all space region, that you will need for each one of these subsequent nodes. For example, if you go into the first one here, the ones that are required are Starseeker Lola, Astronaut Sylvester, Nova Bunny. Now, you can pretty much take them in at any sort of level, as far as power-wise, as long as you can beat the power. The difference is going to come in when you get into Node 5, they have to be 4-star. When you get into the second act, they're going to go from 5-star all the way up to 7 to progress. Now, the reason I point that out is because the most important thing in this, if you're trying to go through as much of the event as possible, is that you're going to need to take a look at the different configurations of the teams and then go into the store and calculate who you need to get team-wise, because all of these teams, each one of these 3-people teams, are located in the store. And what you'll do is you'll take all of the UFOs that you accrue, and you'll go into the store and you'll trade them in. Now, my personal recommendations for this particular event, I'll show you in just a moment, but here are the teams. Space Team 1, 2, 3, 4. I have no idea why that's switched up. Fix your store. All right, so here's the different teams. Now, if you can do it, granted that's 1600, and most of the time if you're just starting out 1600, you're going to max out in that first node, and that may be the best that you can do. But if you look into each one of these, it does give you quite a bit of shards, and you can at least unlock the toon if you don't have it. So let's say you can do a little bit of Space Team 1, but you can't actually even do the Space Team 2 node. Well, if you can get through that first use any toon node, and then you can go through and Space Team 1 will get you a little further so that you can then cash in and get Space Team 2. Well, that'll get you a little further in the event. And the further you go into the event, the better the rewards. The more golden tickets you'll get, the more gems you get, the more energy you get, the more tokens you get. So that's one way to go through the event. Now, what I am personally doing, I'm focusing on 3 main toons, and they're what I believe are the 3 best toons in this particular event. The first one would be Nova Bunny. And of course, what I would try to do is make sure that I'm getting the 1600 for the 120 pieces, because the single exchanges, when you go down the line here, are really not as good. It's 100 for 7 to 15. So always do the teams if you can. The other toon that I would recommend would be Archon Elmer. Again, Team 4, you get 120 shards. That's at least enough to unlock, and each boost up until a certain point. But then as you scroll down, there was something that they didn't really even mention in the blog post. They did mention that there was going to be 3 wheels, but they didn't mention that one of them was going to be an evil mask wheel. So if you scroll all the way down to the exchanges, you can see here that you can trade in golden tickets for evil masks. So that brings us to the third and final toon that I would recommend, the one I'm going for personally, Evil Granny, aka Granny Thanos. And what you'll do is you'll take those masks and you'll use them to spin this wheel. Now each location that's not a jackpot is going to get you 45 to 75 Evil Granny pieces. If you hit a jackpot, 300 to 1,000 pieces, about a 1% chance on that. So there's a couple of different ways that you can do this event. You can either be trying to go through and just boost up your space region in general, which does come in handy for things like war, where there's certain portions of the map that are space and you're required to use a couple of space toons. And then there's another route that you can take where you focus on particular toons like I'm doing. Like I'm focusing specifically on Nova Bunny, Archon Elmer, and Evil Granny. Those are the ones that I am pinpoint laser focused on. What I would recommend for either or, go through as absolute much of the event as you possibly can before you cash in for your teams. And the reason I say that is because Looney Tunes World of Mayhem events are famous for feeding themselves. So what happens is the milestones feed the quests feed the milestones. So for example, if you go up here to the milestones for this particular space tourney, and we go to the milestones, you can see you can get several golden tickets, several gems, but let's look at the rules. Okay, so if you complete the event, that's 500 for each event that you complete. 1,600 UFO pieces, you get 1,000. Now here's where it really matters, right? Campaign energy, you're going to use that anyway. Collect toon pieces, any featured toon. Well, in this one, it's any space toon. So as you're going through, and for example, earlier, live on Twitch, I went through and I bought about 5 packs of Team 1. Well, what that did for me was that allowed me to climb up the milestones, unlock different quests, which are located right down here for the event quests. I'm already on 7. I'm already on 7 there. And then I'm already at 4, already at 2. So the reason I say go through as much of it as you possibly can before you start cashing anything in is because that's going to be a way, especially if you're looking to spin any of the golden ticket wheels or trade those in for the masks, That's going to be a quick way to accrue some golden tickets and get you there a little quicker. Plus, first-time completion rewards for all of the UFOs are much better than when you refresh. So get it through as much as possible, but pay attention to what teams you need, where the star levels are of the different teams that you have. And if you're trying to just go through as much of the event as possible, then that's where you're going to need to focus. Otherwise, find the Toons that you're going after and pinpoint laser focus just on those. All right, so here we are over at the Wheel of Evil, I guess. The Evil Wheel, whatever you want to call it. We've taken our precious golden tickets. We've ran through as much of the space event as we possibly can. We have ran through and traded in our golden tickets for just enough masks for one spin. All right, just enough masks for one spin. We're going to go ahead and we're going to switch out the glasses to the lucky shades here, and we're going to see if we can't get this old jackpot rolling, because that's what we need. Everything comes down to this. We need Evil Granny. So without further ado, we've got one shot. Now it's either going to work or it's going to blow up in our face. Here we go. All right, close but no cigar. All right, guys, there you have it, the brand new Space Regional event. Who are you farming for this event? Do you have your Evil Granny Thanos? Do you have some Nova Bunny? Are you looking for Archon Elmer? Whoever you're farming for this event, if you got some tips for this event, I want to know. Drop it in the comments down below. And remember, whenever a new Looney Tune World of Mayhem event occurs, we go live to go through the event with you on Twitch at twitch.tv/Mr.901TommyJacks. And until the next video, guys, make sure that you subscribe, hit that like button, bang that bell for notifications, and we'll catch you down the road.